today's discussion is on Srila Shyamananda Pandit. His original name was Dukhi Krishna Das. And he was sent by his Guru Maharaj to Vrindavan to study under Srila Jiva Goswami. And he was the disciple of Sri Ganga Das, Gauridas Pandit, yes.
And Hriday Chaitanya.
And Hriday Chaitanya, yes. He was and they are in Navadvip, and they asked him to come to Vrindavan. And so Srila Jiva Goswami gave Shyamananda Prabhu the service of sweeping the streets of Vrajabhumi, especially in the holy place of Nidhivan, where we saw that all the animals leave and give privacy to the divine couple. So for long durations, every day, this great scholar, Shyamananda Pandit, imagine someone who is a PhD, he has so much capacity to affect this world. He comes and he says, okay, give me some service. And you say, go and sweep the streets. What? I am a great scholar. How can you ask me to sweep the streets? That's what most of our responses would be. But Srila Shyamananda Pandit, he just very humbly was sweeping the streets of Vraja with a broom in his hand. This is the symptom of an advanced devotee. He would get completely covered with dust of Sri Vrajadham. And this he did for many years. One day, when he was sweeping the Nidhuvan forest, he found a very beautiful, valuable, precious, bejeweled anklet. And shortly, a beautiful young girl came to him and asked, did you find an anklet? And so Dukhi Krishna Das, he said, yes, this anklet has been lying here in the ground. So the girl said, oh, wow, it belongs to my sister. Please give it to me. Dukhi Krishna Das was thinking, this is a very, very transcendental experience. And he could understand by his spiritual insight that this little girl was Lalita Sakhi. And the sister that she was talking about was none other than Srimati Radharani. So in order to confirm his suspicion, Dukhi Krishna Das said, well, if this belongs to your sister, then I will return to your sister directly.
So Lalita Sakhi then, she went away and she came back after a few minutes with Srimati Radharani herself. Thakurani ji, our Swamini, has come herself to see Dukhi Krishna. And when Dukhi Krishna, he saw the beautiful form, the golden form of Srimati Radharani, he actually just very humbly returned the anklet to Srimati Radharani. And he bowed down at her lotus feet, surrendering his life to her. And at this time, Srimati Radharani, being extremely pleased with the humility and the devotion and the selfless service attitude of Shyamananda Prabhu, of Dukhi Krishna, she actually pressed down her anklet, as we can see here in this picture. She pressed down her anklet on the forehead of Dukhi Krishna. And Shyamananda Prabhu, Dukhi Krishna, he considered himself very, very fortunate. And he understood that because he had accepted the menial service of being a street sweeper, Sri Radhe was so pleased with him and rewarded him. And at this very moment, Srimati Radharani also, she just manifested a beautiful deity of Sri Krishna, a black deity of Sri Krishna, and said that this is Shama Sundara. I want you to worship him as your life and soul. So with this, Shyamananda Prabhu, who is Dukhi Krishna, receiving this wonderful gift from Srimati Radharani herself. He just didn't know what to do. So he just ran to Jiva Goswami. And Jiva Goswami, he was revealed by Srimati Radharani, revealed to Srila Jiva Goswami about what happened actually at Nidhuvan. And Jiva Goswami was so pleased to hear this, that how his Shiksha disciple had received the special mercy of Srimati Radharani.
So we should understand that as devotees, we should never think that any service of the Lord is low. Because of this menial service, he rewarded Dukhi Krishna Das a new name, Shyamananda Pandit. Dukhi Krishna Das became Srila Shyamananda Pandit. Shyama is Srimati Radharani, and Shyamananda means one who gives great pleasure to Srimati Radharani, or one who always rejoices in the loving service of Srimati Radharani. So anything that we are allowed to do in the service of the Lord, Guru, and the Vaishnavas, that's the greatest of all of our attainments. Just to have this opportunity to perform any service is the greatest of all benedictions. And so we should be very, very grateful to the Lord. Whatever be our material qualification, we should always be humble and grateful to Lord and his devotees for bestowing such an opportunity of service upon us. And it is because Shyamananda Pandit took this position of such a humble servant of the servant of the servant, Das, 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 Anudas, and followed the instruction and the mood of Srila Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, that just sweeping the streets of Vrindavan, because of which he received the beautiful darshan of Srimati Radharani, all merciful Shri Vrindavaneshwari.
Hari Hari Bol. Jai Jai Shri Radhe Sham.